Okay, so it is currently 10:36 p.m., 9th of March, on a Sunday. Um, and this is the sixth entry to my journal. Today, I woke up at about 10 in the morning because yesterday I only went to sleep after 2 a.m., really late. Um, because, yeah, I mean, in yesterday's journal, I explained why I was pretty busy and I got home really late. And then I recorded, and then uh, I went to the shower and did more uh, random activities before going to sleep. So after waking up, I had breakfast, and then I decided to clean up a little in the house. And I vacuumed the entire house, the entire flat, and I live with my family, so uh, it's not super clean. And my room was especially dirty because I haven't cleaned it in weeks because of school. I just don't have the time, and then on the weekends I'm too tired and emotionally drained to get up from bed, or I'm busy doing something else. And so I finally cleaned up, and like my table hasn't been this clean in a month, and the floor as well, like pretty much everything, all the random shit that was lying around, I got rid of, and the dust I vacuumed, and the table I washed, and the bookshelves I washed. So that was pretty cool. After that took like a couple hours of work, and I was listening to Unsolicited Advice, the philosophy YouTuber, while doing that, and I was listening to Gorillas. Um, and then after I finished with the cleaning, I was gonna study because I have a biology test in a couple days, the day after tomorrow actually, and I was gonna prepare, but I was feeling too tired, and my brain was already overstimulated from listening to YouTube and to music for like 4 hours straight. So instead, I went to bed and I was just lying there. And then I kind of unconsciously almost reached for my phone and started like looking at YouTube again. And at this point, like the addiction is pretty bad, to be honest. And I see it in everyone. It's not just me. I see it in my siblings, in my friends, my classmates, even my parents. Everyone is fucking addicted to like constantly being on YouTube or some other form of uh, I wouldn't even say entertainment, because it's not necessarily entertainment. It's just information, lectures, news, music, random YouTube videos, entertaining YouTube videos, Netflix shows. It's all just information, and it's all just slop, because if you're not actually concentrating on it, you're not actually picking up on a lot of the significance of those things. Like, I was watching, like when I'm cleaning. What actually no, like I don't know. It's just when you're constantly consuming information, and you just do it non-stop. At some point, you stop actually understanding the information that you're consuming. At some point, it just becomes noise. You might understand the words that are coming into your ears, and you might even understand the concepts that they're talking about. But you don't actually learn from them, and it's just useful. It's useless, and it destroys your brain because you're constantly overstimulated. And I really want to make make it better for myself and for other people, and just stop being so addicted. But again, when I'm not on my phone, I start feeling bad about myself. And that's what happened now again. I threw my phone away, and I was just laying there, and I felt my heart rate being really high, and like just this feeling of anxiety and guilt and a lot of other negative emotions. And then I just lay there for like 20 minutes. And then I got up and actually went to my desk, and I got my biology textbook out, and I actually studied for the test. I only studied for like half an hour, but the test, even though the test is going to be 3 hours, it doesn't actually have that much information that you need to know. It's not that hard. It's mostly just about understanding the topics, which I already understand. And like this revision session is probably going to increase my grade, even though it took me like half an hour and it's not difficult. And then after that, one friend came over, the same friend from yesterday that I went to help move, because she needed to print something. And I have a printer and she doesn't. And after that, we just sat in my room and drank tea and ate cheesecake. I fucking love cheesecake. And yeah, we just talked about a lot of different things, but we didn't really have any particularly intellectual discussions, but I guess we were both pretty tired, so we just kind of joked around and had fun. And then I walked her to the bus stop, and then I went back home, and then I went to my room, and then like I had this overwhelming feeling of just self-loathing and anxiety, and just feeling really, really bad and uncomfortable in my skin and in my life and about who I am. And just, it's just so terrible. And I mean, I don't really have a word for it. I think I don't actually know what an anxiety attack is, but I would probably describe this as an anxiety attack, because like these emotions were so strong that I couldn't even move. I just lay down on my bed and tried not to like cry. And then I started texting with this friend and just said that like I'm feeling so bad, and then it almost immediately passed. And yeah, I felt better after, but I have been feeling a lot worse about myself, like on a self-esteem level lately, like the last couple of weeks or months even. It's been going down. And actually it's kind of just returning to the normal, because I've always hated myself since I was a kid, to be honest. And there was just a period of time last year where I didn't hate myself, and now I just kind of returning to the factory settings, rebooting. Yeah, but after I talked and like expressed these feelings, they kind of went away, and the attack stopped. Like I still believe all of these things about myself that are bad, but it's not like crushing. But then actually something good happened, because another friend texted me, and we haven't talked in a while, and I haven't seen her since 2 years ago. because I can't visit home, because if I go home, then I can't leave the country because of the war. And she said that she's probably gonna come and visit me, uh, maybe in 2 months or 3 months, 3 months. And she's like actually planning on it. And she's gonna come for a week to the city that I'm in, and we're gonna like hang out and stuff. Which, I mean, it makes me really, really happy because she's one of the people that I actually really care about in my life, and she did a lot for me back in middle school. To be honest, I wouldn't have. I feel like to a certain extent, there was a year of my life that I wouldn't have survived if it wasn't for her help. So I'm super happy that I'm gonna see her again, and this kind of gives me a little bit of motivation and something to look forward to in the next months after I actually finish high school and get my exams over with and get my matura, and then I can hang out with her, and I don't know, it just sounds super cool, and I want to do it, and it gives me motivation for studying and for actually getting back in shape, because last year I was really in good shape, like half a year ago, physically, and I want her to know that like I'm making progress on myself and stuff, because I don't know, she has a certain authority more on like morally for me because of all the help that she provided for me back in the day. And yeah, now I'm actually in a pretty good mood, and even though I had an anxiety attack, I did hang out with a friend. I did study for a test, which is something I fucking never do. Even if it was just half an hour, it's still infinitely more than I do usually. And then I also cleaned in my room, and it's like extremely clean. And now there's also one of my best friends ever coming to visit me in like a couple months. So actually, I'm in a pretty good mood, and I'm ready to go to school tomorrow and have a reasonable day. Yeah, so don't get addicted to your phone, and talk about your bad feelings to your friends, because that makes your bad feelings less crushing. And see you tomorrow.